This video is brought to you by Spiritbots. They offer some of the fastest, most reliable trading bots, so be sure to check them out in the description below. Hey guys, it's Pyro here, and today I wanted to start a new series of videos where I talk about some of my cool trading experiences that I've had in the past and some of my trading highlights. I'm going to also try to include a moral of the story in each of these kinds of videos as well, just so you guys can learn something from them. So in this trading story, I'm going to be talking about how I made over 100 keys of profit from just a couple of trades. This was definitely the most amount of profit that I've ever made in a short period of time, but yeah, let's get right into the video. So this story takes place in June during my Nothing to Something series. A lot of you guys will remember this story, but I've gotten heaps of new subscribers who won't know about it. The story begins with me owning 3 unusuals that I'd been trying to sell for a while. I had a Molten Mallard Gibbous, which was worth 140 keys, a Vivid Plasma Trilby worth 39 to 49 keys, and a Purple Energy Glove, which was worth 25 to 29 keys. So one day I was on a trade server trying to sell these unusuals when suddenly someone traded me to offer on my Molten Mallard Gibbous. He kept offering pretty ordinary hats that I didn't really like, and there wasn't very much profit to be made, so I declined his offer. Through voice chat, he continued to try and give me offers, but I politely refused. He then asked me if he could add me on Steam, just in case he came up with a better offer, and I accepted his friend request. After about 15 to 25 minutes, he traded me again. This time, he had a very interesting offer. He was willing to trade me his Green Energy Professionals Ushanka, which was worth 210 to 255 keys and was one of one in existence at the time of the trade. Keep in mind that there was heaps of hype around this hat, and people considered the Ushanka to be one of the best looking sniper hats at the time. He said that he could offer this unusual for all of the items that I had been collecting for the trading series. So this included my 3 unusuals and the 9 keys pure. If you added up the backpack.tf prices of everything, I would be paying just under 220 keys in mixed value, but obviously I didn't pay backpack.tf prices for these unusuals, I did buy them at a discount. So if I added up the prices that I paid for these unusuals, I would be paying around 149 keys pure. Keep in mind that the Ushanka was worth 210 to 255 keys, so there was heaps of profit to be made. Another thing to remember is that I was potentially transferring 3 unusuals into 1, which would make things much easier for me because instead of me having to sell 3 unusuals, I just had to focus on selling 1. So at this point, I was essentially paying 149 keys for an unusual worth 210 to 255 keys. I then jumped on Outpost to see if there was any buyers of this unusual. I ended up finding someone who collected all types of Ushankas, which included the one for Medic, Heavy, as well as Sniper. So after I saw that there was a collector on the market, I became a lot more interested in making the trade. For those of you who don't know, collectors usually pay really good prices around the price on backpack.tf, and they usually pay in pure. So I went back to the guy who offered his Green Energy Ushanka and accepted the trade. I felt so relieved that I'd gotten rid of all of the other unusuals, and now I just had to sell this one unusual. I went back to the collector's trade on Outpost and posted a comment asking him how much he could offer on my Green Energy Professionals Ushanka. He then said he had to wait 2 weeks until he could buy the keys, but if I held on to the unusual, he could pay 250 keys in pure. So at this point, I was so excited because I was going to be making 100 keys of pure profit. And sure enough, the 2 weeks came around and he bought the Ushanka off me for 250 keys in pure. So yeah, that was the story for this episode of Trading Stories. The moral of the story is to definitely look out for collectors because they will usually pay pretty good prices. As I said, this was probably one of my most profitable trades that I've ever made. Be sure to let me know of your best trades with a comment below. But anyway guys, if you want to see more of these trading story videos, be sure to let me know. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, subscribe for more of my future videos, and I hope you have a nice day.